For 150 years, Harraways have been processing New Zealand's finest crops to give Kiwis the distinctive rolled oats they love to eat for breakfast.
It's historical that Harraways products do have a recognised nutty flavour which is unique within the industry.
Over the last 15 years, increasing awareness of that distinctive flavour and the Harraways brand means a factory far busier than before.
Our production output at the moment, over 1 week, is equivalent to 1 month's production some years ago. And to do that, we've added new plant, we've added extra staff to meet that demand.
And they've gone from 1 to 3 shifts a day, 6 days a week. The quality control begins from the moment the oats arrive.
You know, it comes off a farm, so there's dust, there's straw, there's foreign grain, peas. So it's got to go through all of that cleaning gear to clean it all off.
The cleaning process takes the oats several times around the mill.
Once they come inside, they'll drop down to the bottom of the elevator pit. They then come right to the top floor, which is 4 stories high, down through augers, cleaning gear. They then drop down. Again, they get blown upstairs, some more cleaning gear, separated into the pre-hulling bin, out of there, blown around, top of the kiln. They drop through the kiln, they then get blown from there, upstairs again, into the pre-cutting bins, cut, then blown right back upstairs again, and we'll start using them.
3 millers per shift keep a close eye on the machinery as it cleans out everything that's not an oat.
Every piece of equipment you got going, you got to keep an eye on it to make sure it is doing its job properly. So you have to go from the top to the bottom quite regular, just to keep an eye on everything.
This machine flicks out unwanted stones. And checking the grain confirms the process is working. This one separates out the tailings, the unwanted smaller oats, leaving the rest for storing according to size.
Your longs, your wides, mediums and shorts. We size them up especially for the hulling. It comes down through the top silo, in through a huller, and it spits the grain out at such force, it smacks onto the side of it. The husk goes one way and the grain goes the other. That is the final part of the cleaning. What goes through the huller is going to end up on your plate.
What doesn't end up on the plate, the husks, go to fuel the furnace, the driving force behind the plant. The grains recycle through this machine until all the hulls have gone, and are then meticulously checked before being blown back across the mill towards the kiln.
It comes slowly through the kiln. It's got to sit in there for about 3 hours at a fairly hot temperature. Then we can start cutting it.
The intense heating ensures nothing grows when you store the oats in the cupboard. Then adding a bit of water helps the oats in the roller.
If we don't add the moisture to it with a wee bit of steam, it'll be very dusty, dry, very brittle, and it'll just break up on you. You like to keep it nice and whole, so you've got that nice, nutty, whole grain oat.
Quality control of the oats gets taken into the lab for more technical measures. The moisture content is just one of the things checked half-hourly as part of the process to make sure only quality oats make it as far as the packers. Cut to the size required.
The bigger size being a Harraways rolled oats, and the smaller size are the Harraway Scotch oats, which they get the creamier, just a wee bit creamier than the rolled oats.
Harraways work with oats, and like all good companies, they recognise what matters most.
It's an international philosophy that you have to maximise your plant using, your best asset, which is your labour.
With a strong focus on the customer at every level.
So the miller had to give the right product to the packer, and the packer had to pack it correctly for the customer. So each person was a customer of each other.
And no one has any doubt what they're there to do.
His job is to produce a rolled oat into a good breakfast cereal.
Rolled oats grown in New Zealand and manufactured by New Zealanders proud to be part of 150 years of Harraways tradition.
People want New Zealand product, and it's obvious because we're still being as busy as we are and still going after 150 odd years, so it's got to be good.